Hi, as a mom on a budget, I used to feel so overwhelmed when bills rolled around. But once I created a simple plan for my money, everything changed. I'm going to show you how I budget every pay period, and you can too. Let's dive right in. So what happens is when I start with my budget, I use a zero-based budget. I write down all my expenses in one column and my projected payments. So in other words, you're going to have some fixed payments and you're going to have some variable payments. So you write all of that down. And then I have another column where I put down actual, because some variable expenses, maybe utilities, do change from time to time, but you kind of have a ballpark figure. Or you might have an unexpected car repairs or unexpected expenses that arise. So those are things you have to keep in mind. And that's why it's also important to have an emergency fund. If you have not watched my video where I talk about the 6 things I do every pay period, you can go here to watch that video. I will put the link in the description to the budget template I use so you can have access to it. So when I list my expenses, list my actual bills, and then see, was there or is there extra, or did I have to spend more? But essentially for me, using the zero-based budget, I need to make sure that at the end of the day, my balance is zero. What I don't want is to have some maybe $200, $500, $50 just sitting with nothing attached to it that it should do. Then it may feel like, oh, I have extra money to just spend or waste, whatever you call it. That's what I don't want. I want to actually make sure it's zero. Every money is assigned a job, and that's what the zero-based budget is. So if I had, let's say I had like extra $500, what I would do is, if I have debt, I either throw all of it towards debt, or I may divide it. Let's say I have some debt I want to put towards investing or towards my emergency fund. So I will divide it into 3. Some going towards debt, some going towards emergency funds, some going towards investing. Now, my rule of thumb is this. If I have debt, I want to make sure that debt is taken care of as soon as possible, because the interest rate, let's say on credit cards, are extremely high, that you may not be getting that return on your investing. So it's good to take care of your debt first. In the meantime, you're also saving towards your emergency fund. Because remember, you need to at least have 6 months of living expenses in your emergency fund. I'm still working towards that, and I'm sure many people are, and many people are already there. So if your emergency fund is not funded, 6 months funded, then consider also putting money towards it if you have, money leftovers after your expenses. So once I divvy up that 500 and tell it what to do, then my balance is zero. Then I've achieved what I set out to do. Now, I've said it in multiple videos that the zero-based budget is what works for me. That may not work for you. So you've got to find another budgeting method that may work for you. On one hand, for me personally, I don't have a lot of wants. Like, there are not many things I want, like clothes, shoes, shopping. Those things don't thrill me, But I may want a vacation. I like vacations. So whatever you like, incorporate it into your budget. If you enjoy shopping, nothing is wrong with that. Just make sure you are saving towards that shopping spree, or you are saving towards your vacation. But before you start your shopping spree and your vacation, you've got to make sure there are things funded. Your savings, you've paid yourself first. You're paying off debt. you are saving towards your emergency fund. So a budget will help you incorporate all of that and have money there when you need it. So that's what I do with my zero-based budget. Let me know in the comment section what budgeting plan you use, if you've started or if you've not started, and what you're going to do to start if you haven't. This is an example of a bi-weekly budget slash zero-based budget. This is not the actual budget spreadsheet that I use, but this is a free one in Google Sheets, and I will put the link below. So there are two tabs, the summary tab and the transactions tab. The transaction tab is broken into two, income and expenses. Here you would list all the income you receive, all sources of income, list them here and the amounts. And here are the expenses, you list all your expenses. There's a drop down so you can select whatever category or maybe add yours. For example, debt is credit card and personal loans. If you decide you want to list it according to the number of credit cards you use or the personal loans you have, you can break that down. So all of this category selected and then amounts listed, descriptions and date. So when you go to the summary tab, those are translated here. For example, the food. If the food were $300 and which will leave a difference of $100, you can also put the money either in your savings or in your emergency fund. So you have to just make this budget work for you, your expenses, whatever is best for you, you do that here. And remember, this is zero based. Everything at the end of the day needs to equal zero. You start with a zero balance and at the end it's a zero balance. So your actual income is $4,000. You plan to spend $4,000. And your expenses, you plan $4,000, you spent $4,000. Because when you add all of these expenses up, it totals $4,000. So you can try using the zero-based budget and see how it works for you. Zero-based budget is what I use, and it has certainly helped me with managing my money. So I wanted to show you this example and let me know what you think. So if you've not started budgeting, let me know in the comments section what you're going to do to start. If you've already started and you use other budgeting methods that help, please let us know in the comment section. If you enjoyed what you've heard, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and share with others who may find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.